Good night and welcome to another episode of Reason with Ashleigh-Ann. I'm Ashleigh-Ann and I'm here with my co-host tonight, Makeda, my 8-month-old baby. And as you come in, just tell me where you're connecting from. We are connecting from the beautiful city of Kingston, Jamaica. Where are you connecting from, Makeda? Where? Kingston? Yeah. So tonight's show, you saw the caption and you know tonight is gonna be very, very interesting because we have a lot of things to talk about. But before I get to that, if this is the first time you're watching my show, this is a show I do on Jamaicans.com every single week, and the purpose of the show is to have a discussion about current affairs in Jamaica, right? Particularly those hot button topics within the week that we don't really get a chance to sit down and reason about. And if this is the first time you're seeing me live on Jamaicans.com, I am a journalist. I have been with Jamaicans.com proudly for 5 years now, but I've been broadcasting on this platform for 3+ years. And look here, I'm looking forward to the engagement with you. I know I have viewers from all across the world. Jamaicans living all over the world. Look here, check out Zip. I really love that feature that he started, being a Jamaican in X country, in Zambia, in Ghana. Lord Jesus, I can't wait for the next one. So as you come in, tell me where you're connecting from. I know you saw the topic, but look here, before we jump into that, man, let me go ahead and big up some people. Alright? Just a minute. What me tell you say? You see Murphy's Law. Murphy's Law. But it's alright, man. Murphy, me have the Jamaican red pea soup here. You understand, Murphy? Can't stop me. You see me? Wanna big up Anchored in the building. Jean is here from Nebraska. Wow. Jean, is this the first time you're watching this show? Also, Sky, Ashleigh-Ann child. Yes, because do all now ask. Where's Makeda? Where's Makeda? Show the baby here. So she's reasoning with us tonight, right? So, of course, Kelly Brown is here. Kelly, where are you connecting from? Yes, she is a sweet princess indeed. And I see Annette here. She said, bless up Jamaica. So, as you come in, I want you to do something very important. Share this video on your page and let's continue the conversation. So, we're jumping right into it. Good night, ZZ. So, of course, this week in Jamaica, we saw where the lighter challenge got really viral. Like me, I tell you, people who can sing, people who can't sing, people who can DJ, people who can't DJ, Jamaicans, non-Jamaicans, basically doing their rendition of Sing J, Taurus Riley, and Shensia's new hit, Lighter. And if you haven't watched the video, go over to their Viva channel on YouTube and check it out. Look here, I love the song, but my favorite part, and look here, I can't sing, so bear with me, right? My favorite part is baby, when the bright lights start to fade, fire up your lighter. We still learn the lyrics. Make me feel lighter. See who make me feel lighter here? So, if it is that you've watched a video or listened to the song, please comment below and tell me what you think about the song. I love it, and you know why? I think it's very suitable. It is a suitable follow-up to Coffee's Lockdown. And if you love popular music like how I do and love Jamaican culture, you'll know what I'm talking about. So Coffee released Lockdown just a few weeks ago, and it has been doing so well because a lot of people can relate to it. And that's the thing, you know, when you're a musician, when you're an entertainer, you have to be relatable. You see, when you're relatable, nobody that listen to you. Are the truth. So, of course, after Coffee Lockdown, we have Taurus Riley and Shensia with Lighter. You have to tell me how I'm doing. I know I need some singing lesson, but still, tell me in the comments below, have you seen the video and what do you think about the song? honestly, it allows me to reflect on just my own experience in quarantine. You understand? Being home for most of the time, working from home, you understand? And who are these people who really make me lighter? And had me thinking, are we using this time to weed out the people them who they make we feel heavy? Cause you see people them who make we feel heavy, them not fit. We need to get rid of them. At this time, we're going through so much as a country to allow anyone to burden us individually, right? So if the person not add to you, guess what you can do? You go subtract them out of your life, and that me say, do me? Okay, let's see what the comments have to say. Ann Karen said, never heard of it. We'll check it out later. I'm gonna check it out, Ann Karen. Kelly saying, hi, ZZ. Zizi said, baby girl looks so much like her grandmother. Really? She hears that a lot, and she loves gold. Just saying, when her birthday comes around, just telling you guys, she loves gold. Alright, so Lisa says, connecting from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. I'm not staying on the lighter challenge for much longer, because the hot topic tonight is, of course, our sovereignty. Our sovereignty as a nation, as a country, as a Caribbean destination, right? Now, as you all know, we are a former British colony. Jamaica was captured at one point by British soldiers working on behalf of the Queen, right? And we were, and it brought forward the British, or how do you call it? West Indian, we study this in history now. West Indian plantation slavery. I feel like I get it all mixed up. But basically, you know what I'm talking about. We experienced, our ancestors, I should say, experienced slavery right here on this ground at the hands of some of these European overlords. England. It was Spanish at first, and then the English basically fight out the Spanish, and we had English colonizers. Alright, we were, the English contribution to Jamaica continued beyond our independence, and even up to now there are infrastructures in place by Britain, or I should say the UK. Is it okay to say the UK? Or let me just say Britain, right? Which helps us to achieve some of our development goals. But at this stage, the conversation of Jamaica's sovereignty is being brought to the table. And why? Well, recently, hear me now, the Governor General of Barbados announced that by next year, November, so that's November 2021, Barbados will officially become a republic. So, meaning they will remove the Queen as their head of state. And this statement was made by the Governor General on behalf of its Prime Minister, Mia Mortley. And look here, I love that woman there, because she speaks from her heart and she not cut corners. Like, she's somebody that I admire as a political leader. I mean, I love politics. But when the lady speak, I feel really listen to her. She's saying, and I want to bring it back home to Jamaica, but I want to share with you the Barbados experience and why they have decided to take this decision. They're saying at this stage of their development, they are so independent of their British colonizers, and that they no longer see it fit to be to allow, or should I say, to recognize the Queen as the head of their state, because, and they say for several years, for several years, I don't want to quote number now, but for several years they have been benefiting from, hear me now, development within the country. Yes, they have received support from England, but their primary development comes from inland, right? They are able to survive on their own without, so basically they are carrying the Queen as the head of state just for ceremonial purposes. You understand? They're at the stage in their development where they are fully in control of themselves. They are indeed. And as she said, a sovereign nation. And she says it is due time for them as an independent country to acknowledge a Barbadian as the head of state, so that their young people like Makeda, when she gets older, she will say, hey, I want to be the next governor general. And that is possible. That is actually a possibility for them. And so that's the reasoning behind, well, based on what I've researched, that's the reasoning behind Barbados' decision to, you know, say Queen Elizabeth, bye-bye, right? Next year. And of course, the conversation went on social media, particularly on Twitter. You know, I'm over there, _Mowat. And the conversation about Jamaica's sovereignty came into question. Now I'm going to ask you, before I give my thoughts on it, do you think Jamaica is at the stage where we can say bye-bye to Queen Elizabeth? Where we can say we are a republic, we identify as Jamaican, or we are going to put a Jamaican in the space of, in the space of a president, basically, right? And we do not need to rely on the Queen, you understand, to make any final, or I should say, or British overlords to make any final legal decisions about how we run this country. And I want to share your thoughts right now. Do you think Jamaica is at the stage to remove the Queen as the head of state? I want to read some of your comments, right? Zizi says, I don't know much about but to comment, but my question is, what does it benefit Jamaica to have the HRH stand for as head of state? Tessany says, it's full time we release ourselves from our colonial past. Thanks, Tessany. Tyrone says, good night, connecting from Switzerland. Alayatel. From Switzerland? Must say Jamaicans everywhere. What is it like in Switzerland? If you're just joining the conversation, guys, me and my dramatic self, I'm Ashleigh-Ann Mowat, and this is another episode of Reason with Ashleigh-Ann Mowat right here on Jamaicans.com Facebook page. And tonight we are talking about, with Makeda as my co-host. We are talking about the removal of the Queen as the head of state of Jamaica. Are we at that stage in our development? Can we say Jamaica can go ahead now and identify a Jamaican as the head of state rather than a British man or woman, right? I would love your thoughts. But soon wait for me like when I say, yeah man, Ashley, what are your thoughts? So let me give you my thoughts. My thoughts are, well, it's two parts. The first part of it is that it is inspiring to see what Barbados have accomplished since their independence in 1966, right? It is very, very, very inspiring to hear them say our economy is at a space where we do not rely so heavily on our British father we don't rely on British investment so much, right? It is so encouraging to know that just for ceremonial purposes or just for acknowledgement in certain areas of their infrastructure, they will acknowledge the Queen. It does not limit in any way their, well, from what she's saying, their sovereignty. And when I say she, the Prime Minister of Barbados, it is inspiring to hear the leader of that country say, right, that look here, I want my grandchildren, I want children looking beyond their current age and say, hey, I want to run this country. I think I have a beautiful vision, and I think I have the characteristics to run this country, and it is within my reach. So it's inspiring. That is my thought. But I am concerned that Jamaica does not share some of those privileges. And the reason I'm saying this, we are seeing time and time again where Jamaicans, how should I say it? In the most basic, what is happening now? What? You want to share your thoughts? And what else? And that's it. Okay, alright. In its basic form, right? Light, water, food. There are many Jamaicans who do not have access to that. Education, right? So I don't think we can fix that big picture when at the small picture isn't addressed. The small man is still suffering. There are communities without access to light. And when I say light, electricity, access to potable water. We're not at the stage where even if we have different political views, it is safe for us to hold these political views and hold them strongly, you understand, and not be in any way intimidated or discriminated for our political views. We are not at the stage economically where we are independent of, and you know what, independent of our colonizers, and that's my concern. So while it is inspiring to see what Barbados is doing over there, so within the next year they're going to become a republic, or they're making steps to become a republic, right? I don't see where Jamaica can make that step in a year. Maybe in 10 years. Maybe in 10 years. Because look here, there are so many political leaders who are making moves, and excellent moves, right? I must say, on both sides. But I don't feel like we're ready. I don't want to think, but you can tell me your thoughts, right? I would really love to hear what you have to say. Marlette, kiss the baby for me. You want to tell Marlette hi? Want to tell Marlette hi? Tell Marlette hi. Say hi. Hi. It's not me you must look at. Tessany says, I have faith that we Jamaicans will get there. Zizi said, Her Royal Highness. Yeah man, we eventually can move away from that. I believe, Tessany, I believe, Zizi, we can get to that stage where we no longer recognize the Queen as the head of state. We can try those heavy cases right here in our highest court, in our Supreme Court. We don't have to take it to the Privy Council. We can utilize the CCJ, right? I believe we can get to that stage, but we're not there yet. We're not there yet because corruption is still an issue that we contend with. And I know we'll have some Jamaicans who will come on this live and say, hey, but everybody troubled with corruption. Check out Jamaica's corruption index in comparison to other countries, and let us have a conversation about it then, right? So I think until we address those issues, then we can look to really making ourselves a republic, identifying this country as a republic. Look here, it is so inspiring, you understand, to know that one of our Caribbean neighbors can see their country fit to become a republic. And I mean, they're not the only one. Trinidad is a republic, right? They're not the only one. Zizi said, I trust your perspectives, thoughts, and that makes a lot of sense. We have a lot of work to do. Marva said, you have a good point. Love Jamaica, but don't know if we're mature enough to be independent right now. Well, we are independent, you know, but it's just that we still fall under what they call the Commonwealth. You understand? We still acknowledge the Queen as our head of state. You understand? And for some people, arguably, they would say we're not really independent. Norma says, wow, Ashleigh, 10 years present government now have a big mandate to develop and spur the economy in 5 years. I agree with your opinion, but 10 years is too long. Jamaica should wake up now. Norma, I get what you're saying, but look here. Let me give you an example. It has been more than 10 years that Jamaica has been working to improve our road and our transport our road infrastructure. You understand? And there were so many promises made by both political parties, and this is not a political when I say this is not a partisan conversation, guys, right? So there are many promises that have been made and many actions and projects that have been made and implemented by both parties, but we still to this day in Jamaica do not have a decent road for go to St. Thomas. We still to this day have some areas in Jamaica that is you can't drive. What they call the place them where you just can't drive this one. Like it's on. The word is not coming to my head, and I'm not saying that we cannot get there. Don't get me wrong, but I think if it is taking us more than 10 years to figure out and fix up our road network in Jamaica, then we got to a republic in 5 years. I not think so. I'm not so confident. Christopher said the Queen is a criminal. Whoa. Well, Christopher, I don't know why you hold this view, but that's what you have to say. Tessani said pothole, yes. But on a pothole more, yes, we must acknowledge that Jamaica full of potholes. Then it cost Tessan when she mentioned something of the sort. What happened? What happened? When she mentioned something of the sort on The Voice, and it's the reality that we still face. And how long Tessan left? Tessan all have baby. Right? And we still have many roads in Jamaica. And I mean, look here. I know the pothole is not unique to Jamaica. I'm sure say there are places in Barbados that not so fix up. You understand? Do need some little work on. But the point that I'm trying to make, some of the development challenges that we have experienced 10, 15 years ago still exist today. And these are fundamental development challenges limiting our independence from foreign nations. We are heavily dependent on foreign investment, right? You know, here what Miss Mia Martley said from Barbados, she said them hard right over here, so if yes they do benefit from tourism coming out of the UK, yes they do benefit from British investment, but if it not come at 6 and if it come at the head 6, we can't say that as Jamaica, and that's my concern. Tell me if you disagree with me. I'd love to hear your thoughts on the topic, right? Tessani said potholes are everywhere, even here in Toronto. Norma says, Ashley, I'm right up here in Atlanta in the bright lights, but guess what? The places where I'm from in Keith, St. Anne, Jamaica has never have running water or paved roads. That's a disgrace, and the Queen have nothing to do with that. Alright, so I'm not blaming the Queen for any of the challenges that we're experiencing in Jamaica. What I'm saying to you, it is inspiring that Barbados took the steps to address some of the challenges that they were experiencing post-independence, right? We, Jamaica, we're not at that stage. That's what I'm saying. When she can proudly say, my people can look at the value of the Bajan dollar in comparison to the US dollar and say, boy, it have some weight. We can't say that as Jamaicans, right? And that for me limits our ability to say, kind of back off a little bit, Queen. Kind of let we go. Set me free, as what Cartel say. That's what I'm trying to say. I won't be here for much longer. Look here. I love the comments, I love the engagement, and I want you to continue the conversation with me. I'm on Facebook, Ashleigh-Ann Mowat. I'm also on Instagram at @a_mowat. But so change that to know. And Twitter @a_mowat. I'm over on YouTube. Just search for my name, Ashleigh-Ann Mowat. And until another episode with the beautiful Michaela, tell them bye. Tell them bye. Not tell them bye. You know. Okay, she just looking at me. Until next time, come reason with me.